trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Bray got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Bray Lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Hey, hello, what up, though, to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Bray's Virtual Tour Live, y'all. I'm coming on here just for a little bit. I'll give y'all a full hour here. I'm going to cut it off here. But today, this morning, when I woke up by the grace of God, I saw that our channel was 12 years old today. And I had no idea that this channel has been around for 12 years. Feels like just yesterday that I started creating content. Been on the content creation journey for about 3 years now. So this is impromptu, so I know nobody may show up, but wanted to celebrate this with y'all. So with that being said, let's get it in, make it do what it do. Higher is waiting, lower is available, but either way, we gotta go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. Let me switch it up here. There we go. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Oh my God, you know, yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have you here. So I'm just chilling, right? And so tonight we had probably one of the biggest lives. Hello, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We had one of the biggest lives. Hello to Shonda Barra Arts and Raiden RZ. Welcome in. We had one of our biggest lives ever. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the YouTube guys was like, hold up, Shonda, hold up, Ish. Let's rearrange some things, what have you. But it was 115 people here live. I took screenshots of it because I did not want to forget it. And so with that being said, you see the thumbnail. I'm about to pull up the thumbnail here so you guys can see it. But it was so humbling to see that literally it was at 4,500 views. Then you see it's at 5,400, but now it's at 7,100 views. That's the vertical stream, right? And so on top of that, right, and it's growing. So praise be on the God. But on top of that, though, 12 years this channel has been around, right? So 12 years this channel has been around. So here is the thumbnail here. First of all, 12 years old today. First of all, what the hell? A decade of being digitized on YouTube as the fireworks go off behind us here. I will just say this sincerely. Growing up in Little Rock, Arkansas, I never really knew who I was going to be, how I was going to move, and what my life would be like. All I knew was I was raised in a village of people that cared about me, do care about me, invest in me, and always have held me up to a standard of you can be more than what you believe about yourself. And so, you know, in moving to Ohio, it was a culture shift for sure. I thought I was going to live in Arkansas. I thought I was going to be born in Arkansas, live in Arkansas, you know, pass away in Arkansas. But, you know, God has other plans. And so in coming up here, you know, went to Kent State, made it do what it do for that time period in my life. And, you know, everybody said to me, you should get a YouTube channel. You should get a YouTube channel. You should get a YouTube channel. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? I don't know what I'm going to do. So then, of course, you know, I met Tea Talk with Your Girl. And of course, I went through a very decrepit, broken, and really need to be condemned lemonade factory. We won't talk about that too much. But out of that, I started going on panels and this, that, and the third. Actually, at night, a woman named Linda V said, "Hey, Braylon." I'm like, "Wait a minute, do you know me somehow?" And she said, "No, you are a OG YouTuber. I've been seeing you on many platforms." And it was humbling to me that that could happen. And then there was a person named Cronk saying, "Braylon, where you been?" So sometimes you have to look outside of what's going on. And it's interesting that nobody watches, but yet 7,100 views on this stream that happened tonight. But that's neither here nor there, though. I guess that's what happens when you actually create other content. So after being on all the panels and stuff like that, start to, be my own content creator. It was difficult at first because I didn't know how to be, how to think, how to move. And so, I started doing, Love and Marriage Huntsville content because that's how everybody, got to know me. And I gave some takes, you know what I mean? I think my highest viewed video was, what was it? I think it was the Martell Hope, the only jumpsuit you gonna be in is an orange jumpsuit or something like that. That got like 5,000 views, which was crazy at the time, right? And then the bigger one was the Don Michelle, right? The 10,000 views. And there was another content creator that called themselves Unpopular. They posted a part one series that really never became a series. And I whooped their ass, mentally otherwise, on that premiere day. So that was a huge thing. But then as I started to evolve as a content creator, I recognized like, hey, you know what? There's got to be something here, right? And so I'm like, well, do what you do, and do it well. So I was always curious about media, loved media, pop culture, everything else, and really just kind of flowed into that. I remember the actually, let me pull it up because I want to show y'all the first comments on the channel here, and also let me show y'all this too here. This is the live happening right now. Look at this already. What? Hang on. Let me go back to the live here. Let me go back and let me this guy. See, I always hate when it does that shit. Give it a moment, but I think y'all can. Let me see. Can I zoom out? Let's go down and zoom in right there. So as y'all can see, right there, 8,200 views tonight, 1 hour ago. That is because of y'all amazing people. I want to go back to the oldest. This was the first live I ever done, right? And then after that, you got the iconic intro. And so if I pull this up here, this was the first one, right? So even in the early days, let me show y'all. It wasn't the show that you all saw now, right? So it was just me talking on StreamYard, and I had let's see here if I go into it here. Shan, of course, was on the streets a lot, at least YouTube streets rather, and 18 likes, 136 views. I thought that was decent, right? And so right here, Miss BEJ. Hi, Brian, Barbara. Congratulations on your channel. I've heard you on other channels as well. I enjoy your perspective. And then, of course, Nikki News. Brian, had to watch your first live. Truly outstanding with the thumbs up emoji. So from this, right, was the antithesis of Brainley's virtual tour live. And I didn't know what this was going to be. I really did. And for everybody kind of wondering, like, okay, that was your first live, but what was the first video? I'm glad you asked. So we go back to oldest. This one was my first video to YouTube ever 11 years ago. So I also did some TV2 stuff. I did, Black Squirrel Radio. But this one right here was the very first, video that I've ever done. And This was very heavy intensive. This was Brainley's virtual tour. This is where it kicked off for me. And so I took dynamic city video footage and, made each woman a destination and made it do what it do. So 18 likes, 177 views. And then right here, Tie Tack High Brain, great review. Oh man, let's go from Black Diamond LLC. So this was the antithesis of it, and I was like, okay, there's something here, like this dynamic city nighttime footage, and my commentary making this a virtual tour. It's like, can I really do it? And so, if we go back here to the lives here, go back to oldest. Here it is here. So I didn't really start thumbnails until, like you see right there, the Ray Love Found. That was just a sneak peek. But then I started, doing, thumbnails and stuff like that. But I think the first one was this one right here. This was the first one where I had like, different topics and everything else, or different destinations. That one was funky, but I liked it though. The topics, the takes, hashtag it's time to go on tour. So even back then I had that. And then of course, make it make sense. This was the, rough version here before. Oh, I think that was me showing my eczema, I think. Actually, I don't know what that was. I don't know why that was the shot. But anyway, as you can see, thumbnails started to grow and grow and grow. And then, of course, you had the purple lighting there. Let's see here. And then I think right around here, this was the first time where I actually did the format you guys see of the black background, the lights, and everything else. And we just pounded the pavement, just pounded the pavement, just pounded the pavement. Of course, if you know, those iconic Love and Marriage Huntsville after shows where also too you got 901 videos. So soon as the episode ended, not only did you get, recap videos of the episode you just watched, but you also got the after show. And so we just pounded the pavement, pounded the pavement, pounded the pavement. And I gotta tell you something, it's been such a journey here. I mean, I look back at all these tours and I'm just like, what? How did I do this? And it's quite humbling, right? Because like I said, I've done many tours before, right? But to have your own tour be received, bigger than a tour, to have your own content be received, right? So if I go back up here to Popular, let's go to Popular. My biggest live right here was for 90 Day Fiance, season 1, episode 2, Hunt for Love. Then of course, we did the Kenya Moore confessionals, right? Then the TikTok, Melody Cherie show. And of course, most of the big ones, have been here. 3 with the D, Melmere, Power Outage, all of these, of course, here. That was an original show. But the reason why this live that we did tonight means so much to me, because y'all look at this. 8,400 views off of my own creativity. I want you to breathe with that for a minute. Now, you would think, right? Okay, let me breathe. I need to breathe. So let me breathe, please. Where is it? So you would think this one right here, which was streamed a year ago, 2,300 views would be big. But it's the fact of this one, which was the vertical stream, being so big, happening tonight, because I've done this format for over 3 years now. And so for the fact that my original work is at 8,400 views, about to be almost on the verge of tying potentially with a review I did, is so huge. as the fireworks are going off behind us, ladies and gentlemen. Um, it's just really humbling. Like I said, and like I said, I had no idea that our channel turned 12 years old today. I had no idea. Like I said, YouTube for me became an escape. It became my it became not an outlet per se, but it became a space for me to see what was going on in the world from anywhere in the world. Right, it was almost like a virtual passport, and I didn't know what this was going to be. Um, and we're on our way to a very, very big. Thank you very much, my friend. We're on our way to a very, very big milestone, and believe me, you will know that milestone will be hit. This just happens to be a bonus milestone, but over a decade, I think about who I was at Kent State, and just I'm gonna just say, a kid. Honestly, I was a kid green from Little Rock, Arkansas, moving up to Ohio and having to deal with a new culture, new people, new environment. I didn't know who I was going to be and everything in between, and not having family and friends around me. But of course, I got my mom, my dad, my sister, which they're the most important people. And I remember a conversation that I had with my mom, because my original dream was to be on Good Morning America, right? To be a co-anchor and stuff like that. But the original dream is to do the Bray Moore Show internationally syndicated around the world. And I remember a class I had, two classes, communication and review and news writing. I sucked at both, completely sucked. And I had to switch out of, JMC at Kent State. Journalism and Mass Communication. That's what JMC stands for, the School of Journalism and Mass Communication. And Thor Wattsbon, who I recently reconnected with, he said, I'm sad that you're not going to be a graduate from our school because you would have been a great graduate. And my mom said something to me that I'll never forget. She said, it's not that you're not going to make it in media. You're just going in a different direction. Little did my mama know. Well, take that back. My mama always knew somehow God was going to work it out. But little did I know that this could be a platform for me. I do the Onyx collab weeknights at 10 o'clock. I'm supposed to be on now, but they'll understand. This was a huge moment that I was not going to let pass by tonight. The fact that this channel is 12 years old, just a little celebration. And what I have learned about the world that we live in is that, in the words of theme song from Disney Channel, everything is not what it seems. Shout out to Wizards of Waverly Place. Yes, she's very encouraging. She always say my mom is the spiritual and the why of our family, and my dad is the logical and the how of our family. But make no mistake, my mom is very logical, but that's just the way it blends out. So you combine those two people along with myself, my sister. She's very observant, very giving. And then my dog Tank, who miss you every day, brother. Always there as support. And I remember when I went back home to Little Rock, Arkansas, man, I cried like the little baby that I am in the backyard. And wish she was here. I kind of wish that there was some scratching on my apartment door right now, and I open the door, it's Tank, and he comes in, and he finds his spot and can't do it, but I know he's looking down in dog heaven. I know he's having all the dog treats. All the female dogs love him, and just and everything in between, man. Thank you, Peggy Brown. I appreciate it. But you take all those people, and yes, dogs are people. Okay, dogs are family. Okay, You come after somebody's dog, you come after somebody's catfish, what have you, uh, off with your heads mentally, okay? Like they don't play. Um, and so you take all those people and then you add that spice of Braylon Lee, there you go, And I just never would have thought like to be where I'm at it. There's a song that goes like this. I told the storm, and I remember that storm and what happened to me, and everybody making their decision. And I did get upset for a while because I'm just like, did people forget the totality of who I am? But God said, those people are not going to dictate your movement. I'm in control of this storm, and I need you to go back to sleep. I know it's raining. I know it's lightning. I know it's thundering. I know that you are being picked up right now by this big wave and you are dropping down, crashing hard, and you don't know if you're going to make it. But I'm God. And I need you to go to sleep. I got this. And you see, God got it. Truly, Chronicles of Kim K, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miz, so many women of YouTube. I'll never forget that live with KB Mommy and all the other ladies, came through and, defended me, and said that, I am a defender of Black women. And, when other people try to take an inch and make it a mile just for them to fall flat on their ass. Child. It's a damn shame when you gotta hide the hate that you spewed so you can look like an angel, but really you just a scorned devil that got big mad that your ass got caught up off of your own demise that you caused. It's really sad. It's so amazing to me when people say no one's watching, because it's just like, well, if no one's watching, then how come they getting viewership? And for you to know who's not watching them, that means you have to be watching them to know who's not watching. Like, where do they do that at? I just don't get that. I really don't. We had some epic moments over here. I remember Sunny Minks, from Love and Marriage Huntsville, formerly of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She came over, and she's such a beautiful soul. And she wasn't married to Moses, child. She'll be Sunny Minks Lee. Sunny Lee, Miss Lee, if you're nasty, okay? But she can get it. But that's a married woman, so I'm being respectful. We had Mary Monroe, one of my good friends. She came over, first interview ever. There's plenty of other people I want to interview too. The thing about interviews is it is the time, energy, and commitment to finding that person, talking to them, getting them comfortable with you, and then bringing them over to your channel, making it do what it do. There was one interview I really, really wanted to do, and hopefully I can still do that interview, but we'll see. But we've also had, we had Ro from Hard Hustle Houston in our chat. She watched all the reviews. We had Ariel from Bravo's King's Court on our show. The Never Ever Mets. I was the first one to break out that show on YouTube and talk to Aaron H. Diamond, Millie, and Josh. And Josh and me are very cool. Talking to some of the cast of, Ray to Love on the Oprah Winfrey Network. You see, I'm able to list stuff off because I've just been drinking my water, minding my Black-owned business, and going on tour, unlike other people. But sincerely, I think about me being on Nickelodeon in elementary school. I showed y'all that. That was a cool moment to share with y'all there. Being on iHeartMedia, the Steve Harvey Morning Show, abcnews.com, iHeartRadio, at 26. Gotta say goodbye to Mary Mary on Wheat TV, which was so cool. Just when you think of like 12 years on one platform, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And like I said, I know I only started creating content about like what 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But to see the growth of our channel, and I know it's my channel, but I say it's our channel because without me, there is no y'all. Without y'all, there is no me. It's like the arc reactor and Iron Man. You know what I mean? I take that out as like how do I do this shit? Um, and with everything that has happened to me, it's happened for me. I've become such a better man um, with the social issues we talk about. Um, the black entrepreneurs that we feature on this show on a regular schmegular basis. Um, it's so humbling to be able to create a space for people to know that we can be more than what is being said about us. Covering the DNC live was so cool. With you all, watching the Super Bowl with you all was cool. Watching the first YouTube NFL game, even though YouTube took that ish down when I showed Speed and everybody else was watching it on YouTube. Okay, so just wanted to say that. Covering the creator economy. Of course, my good friends, Florian and Phil, BFP Imagineering and what we did, and what we do as well, and of course, how can I forget? There's a particular song that I haven't played in a while, and this is definitely a part of the journey. So give me one moment. Here it is. Here, roll it.
Welcome to the scene. It's three with the T and we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out. You know what I mean? Sassy P dropping bombs. Get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee. He in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk. It's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's three with the T. Three with the T. And if you wanna be no. And if you wanna be no. And if you wanna be like a middle sister, and if you wanna be no. Hey, it's party time. Welcome to the scene. It's free with the tea and we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out. You know what I mean? Sassy T dropping bombs. Get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee. He in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's three with the T.
It's been a long minute since I played that intro. But three with the T came about with Sassy TV from the AO3 and Lil Paulette the gang. And, Sassy wanted me for a skit. And I'm like, okay, I'm down for the skit. And we started that skit. And then it just morphed into its own thing where, Lil Paulette would be giving you the political, point of view. Sassy, she's very good with medical information. With me, I'm good with pop culture. So it was a very unique blend. It still is a unique blend. And I know we were on a roll for a while, and then we had that whole thing happen. And the reason why I'm talking about three with the T is because, three with the T also is a part of this celebration as well. And, I asked y'all a question a while back of, do you know a content creator because of who they are, or do you know them because of Melody Cherie? Do you know them for who they are, or do you know them because of Melody Cherie? Do you know them for who they are, or do you know them because of Melody Cherie? And I am very proud to say that our channel is known because of who we are as a people. I am proud to say that, Three with the T is still, let me tell you something. You can go back and watch any episode of Three with the T. It is still just as funny, just as good. The chat was chatterizing and everything in between. Um, I learned a lot from Sassy and Lil Paulette. They were aunties and best friends to me, and I wanted to redo Three with the T with the Braxtons because Erica Fleming, for example, a very good subscriber. I was talking to her about it, and I said to her, I want it, what I mean, because I just wanted to do, one last hurrah for Three with the T. Or if the Braxtons went well, then maybe we could review another show, and then maybe review another show, and then add that back into all of our schedules. Um, but everything takes time, right? And I'm very proud to say that whether I was on that show, of course, Tea Talk with Your Girl and me, we did shows together. We were supposed to do He Said, She Said, but we never got the chance to do that. Um, but I'm very proud to say, regardless of, Three with the Tea Talk with Your Girl, the pounds that I've been on, in the past and, in other places, I've always held my own. I was just in the, like I said, I was in the On Rocks with Jada chat tonight, and she talked about, her gap that she filled in. And I said, gap or not, the question is, can you stand on your own? I'm very proud to say that panel, joining a show, having my own show, I've always been able to stand on my own. And when I think about, the views that have went on every single stream, I think the reason why people keep coming back to this channel is because, for one, you're getting something real when you're here. That's one. There's no faking around here. If I don't care about it, I don't talk about it. That's one. Number two, you get to see every range of emotion on this channel. I think you guys have seen me happy, sad, pissed, reflective, delirious at times. I'll even say, man, y'all didn't hear nothing. Y'all heard nothing. You guys have seen me be supportive. You guys have seen me, stump the yard and go off. You know what I mean? You guys see everything. You know what I mean? And I've always have, for real, you've seen every emotion. But most of all, I think the reason why people keep coming back to this channel is because just when you think we've done everything, it's like, hold up, stay right there. I got something cooking. And we utilize the power of curiosity and how can I put this? we utilize curiosity and bombasticness. So you put that together, that is CAB, curiosity and bombasticness, and we just go for it. And it's truly a joy. I have to tell you, to come here. And as you guys know, you guys have been able to get no morning editions of the show on Wednesdays because I work Wednesdays now. But I always give you guys a good show regardless. But to be able to come here and do what we do every day is one of the greatest joys of my life. At first, I didn't know Brantley's virtual tour would ever even catch on, but I remember when Alpha MC used to be over here all the time. And Alpha MC, just know I love you still because you came up with the legendary tourists. I always say these are the legendary tourists in the words of the legendary Alpha MC. I didn't know virtual tour would catch on because during virtual tour, when I created virtual tour, it was during COVID, so nobody could go on tour. Whether you were going to an art museum, where you were doing a studio tour, where you were going to see a music artist on tour, you couldn't tour anywhere. So I'm like, okay, well, ridiculousness and Tosh Boyle are not funny. I have funny moments, but I'm not a comedian. But I'm soulful. I'm like, okay, well, how can I take Tosh Boyle ridiculousness and create for my culture, Black culture? And so I'm like, okay, well, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Clubhouse. what have you. They're all different, continents in this virtual world, social media, and on every continent are different states and cities, and so there's different streets and highways and byways. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do that. Let's take you to the highest destinations virtually that people are traveling to. And it was, let me bring up this background for those of you who are going to remember this. You guys remember this one? Hang on, let me take this picture down for a minute. Hang on, let me take this picture down. You guys remember this? This was the original. And we will be on the highways and the byways of the possibilities of what could be. And, you learn as you go on YouTube, right? Man, I really am like trying not to tear up, but if I'm tearing up, it's nothing but joy that, from this, right? From this, we came to this with the Bellagio fountains behind us. And then eventually, we came to this with fireworks. And then we eventually came to this. But it all started with this right here. And, Walt Disney said something about his company. He said, I never want to lose sight of one thing that was all started by a mouse. And I never want to lose sight of one thing, that this platform right here will start with this background and was started with that very iconic intro right here. I never want us to lose sight of that, because this is on Canva. This branding right here, this is on Canva. I was literally looking for something that would be iconic, something that would be memorable, but something that would, be virtual tour. And I'm like, okay, this car is futuristic. The colors look digital. I'm cool. And so, that iconic saying, when I say higher is waiting, lower is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. That came from Tyler Perry's Higher is Waiting, right? And I'm like, you know what? Higher is waiting, but what's the other part of that? So when I say higher is waiting, lower is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. It's to let you know, listen, we're about to go on this tour. You see the roadmap, I see the roadmap, but I don't know how we're going to get from this point to this point, but we're going to have a good time getting there. And sincerely, it's been nothing but a wild, raucous, joyous ride. And, of course, Brainley's virtual tour pit stops have been nothing but fun as well. Also, to CTV, shout out to you, good sister, because you gave me Brainley's virtual tour destination roundup, and those were so much fun to do. I haven't done one in so long because, my Lord, I covered, other content every single day, and that's not how I see it. She actually does cover other content, ladies and gentlemen, unlike other people. That's neither here nor there. Everybody's got to get in where they fit, and just don't complain when you're sinking because of your own demise. But that's neither here nor there as well. But with doing, the virtual tour roundups and recapping the week, that was so much fun. And then Beyond the Gates, I mean, my Lord, I know that the show has been renewed for season 2. I'm so far behind. Let me tell you something. Nikki News is the saint of saints on YouTube. Y'all better not, no negativity to Nikki News. She is a saint because she has been waiting for my reviews. And, I'm about authenticity, so I didn't want to jump back into it. And there's so much to happen, right? I'm still waiting for Nikki News to give me an answer, because if she wants me to jump right back in, I will jump right back in and give it to her as she deserves. But even though I haven't done the Beyond the Gates reviews in a long time, Nikki News still comes through. You know what I mean? And my thoughts was here tonight. And so many of you all, and to all the people that used to come over here, hey, I'm still Braylon. I still love you. We good. You made your decision at the time. And here's the thing, right? When you are holding a decision in your head, it takes up space for God to reach you. So do you know why I'm not really? I mean, I was upset with y'all for a good damn minute because I'm like, well, this ain't here. What the hell going on? But you know what? Everybody that's supposed to be here is supposed to be here because they need to be here, right? And so for some of you, you made your decision based on what happened, understood. I'm at peace with it because I knew it actually wasn't about me. It was the circumstances surrounding me that made that decision. But guess what? The assignment is bigger than you. It's bigger than me. Because guess what? If anything happened to one of y'all, I would generally be heartbroken. Sincerely. So here's the thing. If y'all come back in the chat, welcome back. Like no time passed. Aries Girl Podcast as well. Another great subscriber. And then for all the new people that I've met, what a blessing it is to have met y'all virtually. And also, too, we're not done yet. There's more to come. And, you know, there was a young lady that said that, you know, they found some success on YouTube and they created their YouTube channel to leave, you know, videos for their daughter. So when they pass away, their daughter will have something to reflect on. And I guess I didn't see that first for me because I have no kids. I'm not married. But if anything, I think that how I look at every tour is the day that you believe that you are giving your worst is the day that somebody believes that you're giving your best. Because there's somebody in the world that is waking up, and when they know it's time for you to be on, they know how to find you very quickly, fast, and in a hurry. And I look at the fact that even though it may only be one person over here, that one person is here because they want to be here. And so how dare I not give them a quality show? How dare I not make space for them? How dare I not give it every fucking thing I got? And, you know, whether it's 1 million people here or one person here, your soul has to be right. Because if your soul's not right, you're not going to be able to give anything. Just won't. By the way, for those of you who have been wondering, you know, Brian, why do you do, you know, the Daily Motivator? Daily Motivator was, I heard that on 106.7 Hallelujah FM, or it was 94.9 Hallelujah FM. Either way, it was a station called Hallelujah FM. And I never forgot the Daily Motivator. My mom would drive, and that you always have the Christian radio station on because she didn't want me and my sister listening to, you know, R&B music and all that stuff. She listened to R&B music too, but you know, I mean, we were in a black household, we could cuss. So, you know, I still can't even say big damn bridge in front of my mama. You know, that's the name of the bridge in Little Rock, Arkansas, but that's neither here nor there. But I just never forgot the Daily Motivator. And then as I was starting the show, I was like, I need a signature. And the Daily Motivator just became a part of the show because I felt like after we covered so much, we just needed a way to round the show. And then, of course, Tea Talk with Your Girl, I talked with her, and she was like, Bray, your 6 p.m. show is great, but you got to get into that morning slot because people are going to miss you. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I started the 11 a.m. shows. It was hard at first, you know, to get into that 11 a.m. slot, but now I look forward to it. Now, of course, I can't do it on Wednesdays, but you guys still get 11 a.m. Monday and 11 a.m. Friday. And we started doing the positive news story at the end of every one because, you know, I felt like the positive news story, you needed that for your day, and then the Daily Motivator, you needed that to end your day. But now the positive news story has evolved from something being positive, which it still is a positive news story, but sometimes that positive news story is like, hey, at least you should be positively grateful that this ain't you. You know what I mean? So we always interpret things around here. And sincerely, just the moments of impact. There's been people and I'll never forget Miss Fuller, my homegirl. She would be up here with me in Kasori's kitchen. I haven't spoken to her in a very, very, very long time. I wish her well though. She would be up here as well, and there will be people that come up on the live and hang out with me. And to every person that's ever come up here, I hope you felt loved. I hope you felt embraced. I hope that you felt seen. Sincerely, because you guys coming up on the lives with me made it more fun. But also too, it's a blessing that I can hold my own and don't have to have people on a panel, to carry the show. And I especially don't have to talk for 20 damn minutes and then be cheap and drop a link and have everybody else talk for me. I can actually hold my own, just saying. Not that anybody does that or anything, but that's it here or there. But with that being said, shut up, Braylon. With that being said, sincerely, I wanted to come on tonight to just say thank you, to just say I love you, to say that I value you, I embrace you all. That outro that I do every night, that was based off of the Onyx collab, and I wanted to have a signature here, and so always give you that one thing from the show that you need to remember. And then at the end I always give you just an extra boost to remind you that. So yeah, I mean, and listen, we've had so many iconic moments here. I feel like, honestly, tell you the truth, if I can sum up what the channel means to me, and the show's not ending. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna give y'all a full hour, and then I'm gonna play our anthem. But let's get into that anthem, though. So the anthem that you guys have been hearing. Thank you, Yolanda Cameron. Good to see you. Thank you so much, my friend. 12 years. Can you believe it? 12 years on YouTube. And Yolanda Cameron has been there on Clubhouse as well. When it comes to my mindset of how I create content, the first thing I always think of is, if I wasn't doing it, how would I want to see it? I go from that path, and then I figure out what resources do I have, and then what are the logistics to make that happen, right? And I just work hard. That's it. Like, I remember when I was at Metropolitan Career Technical Center, and my first thought, for radio broadcasting, and shout out to Mr. Miles, which Mr. Miles saw me today, he would be like, oh my God, you've done it. We're on our way. But I would always read, news stories 3 times. The first time to see what the story's about. The second time to read to see what I can relate to. The third time I read it to see what my audience cared about. Then whichever one was stronger, then I went with that. And I have some old radio shows. I think I downloaded them. I just gotta get them uploaded so you guys can hear. But I may not be able to upload them because of YouTube copyright with music and shit. You would think that YouTube and the recording industry would have a partnership where there could be a bigger creative music platform where we could play more songs, have music streams and stuff. But I mean, that would be a smart decision somebody would make. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. But radio is my first love. Radio taught me how to find my voice. Taught me how to be confident. It taught me how to understand the room. I always say hosting is that how do I always put it? Hosting is recognizing that you're in the room, but the room is not about you, but it's your job to guide the room through the experience. And it's a very meticulous balance. And I'll never forget Darren Lipscomb, one of my good friends from Little Rock, Arkansas. He also went to Metropolitan Technical Center, and And he was in my radio class, and so one of our, final assignments was we had to do our own radio show. And so, I did my own commercials and, pacing and all that stuff. And there's like a radio clock, so I filled the clock for, during this half hour and this half hour and that half hour. And one of the things I did was I played a GMA mashup. And it went, as we say, good morning, get ready, because we got a special treat. So what I decided to do was I took different songs and YouTube videos. I said, hey, guess what? We got to go live to Times Square. It was the Theater of the Mind. You guys have heard of that for radio. It's the Theater of the Mind. So my friend Darren Lipscomb was like, hey, we still got to go to Times Square to hear what GMA's got going on. I'm like, oh my God, he gets it. And as I was being the nerd, one of the people that, they were kind of one of the cool kids, they said, hey, do you mind if you could teach me radio? I'm like, excuse me? What? But then I got to record a commercial. I think it was for our Streets 94.5 or Power 92 Jams. And then, of course, while I was up here at Kent State, I met Byron Pitts from ABC News. And there was this guy named Trey. And black gay man, very nice brother. And he said, hey, can I call you for a minute? And I was like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, you're going to be somebody. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, you're going to be somebody. You care about every single person in the room. And you don't forget who you are. And Marvin Logan, another mentor of mine, he said, you got a lot of nervous energy. You just got to find a way to channel it. Well, hope I channeled it by now, Marvin. I say all of this to let you guys know that a lot of times I'm not able to talk to you guys like this because I'm giving you the show. But I hope that through this reflection of our channel being 12 years old, that you guys see that there is a human being with this channel. Now, am I perfect? Oh, no, I'm not. Far from it. Far from it. And to be real with you, I believe when we do our destinations or our tours, I believe my takes are probably good 8 out of 10 times. Because I am sure there have been some people in the bushes be like, Braylon, now you're doing too damn much on that destination. You're wrong. Okay. Now, Stephen A. Smith has always said that he's never lost a debate. I'm like, motherfucker, yes, you have. But I had to think about it. I'm like, oh, he's never lost a debate in terms of researching for the debate. And that's what I mean by I never lost a tour. Because I've always researched every destination. And there will be times where if there's a destination that I believe is important, I'll let it play out for a couple of days before I put it as a destination on our roadmap. Every time I would go live, it would always be, I'll always try to make sure that every tour wasn't the same. I remember Miss Talking Out Loud. I was shout to Miss Talking Out Loud. I love you very much, sister. I remember I said, I'm doing fireworks, that would be the end of the show. And I said, I know it's, off the wall, off the way. And she was like, no, it's just different. And I appreciated that very much. See, I remember. And by the way, elephants outlive butterflies, just like lions do. Just like many other big animals do. Butterflies only last a year. So, when a lion is bigger than a butterfly, you don't have to try to fight. Because until they can do a fifth quarter or a half of what they do, they can't say shit to you. Oh, thank you very much, Yolanda Cameron, for the $4.99 super sticker. Happy anniversary, Brown. Keep pushing, staying the course. So proud of you. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And, a lot of times I feel sad for some of the content creators because it's just like, some people wake up wanting to be a problem. And I just feel like, am I just this old of a soul that this 31-year-old has more articulation, more intelligence, and more of a refinement than the grown people on YouTube I do ask that sometimes of myself. I'm like, so you call me Elephant Man, but yet you're the one screaming, hollering, and this, that, and the third. But yet I'm outpacing you? But here's the gag, though. I don't hate you. Now, do I hate what you do? Sure. But guess what? There's bigger issues than you. Right? Like anybody, everybody who's ever had a problem with me, I bet you this much. You can't name why you have a problem with me. Because guess what? You probably saw me through one art piece. And the gag is, it was probably an art piece made by somebody who moves with a cursed energy. And because of that, you've looked at me through that one piece of art for a very long time. And you know what's sad? Some of y'all have missed out on blessings because y'all been listening to curses. Y'all know how many times I've said that to y'all? To be honest, I really don't hate anybody. I don't. Now, do I hate what people do? Sure. And do I have a frequency of hateration for how we move as people? Sure. But to just hate a person? No. Because remember what Steve Harvey said. There are packages in heaven, blessings with Bray Lee's name on them. They get returned to sender. Not just because I don't stay on Doubted Drive or Ain't No Way Avenue. Sometimes God will send back a package because of how you moving. So just like I was able to say what I said earlier about 2 content creators, but still wish them well, because I know who I am. I know whose I am. And I know the movement that I've been creating. Because guess what? When you are closer to the grave to die than the cradle to start life and become somebody, you will do anything for attention. And what I've come to realize is I'm not at the cradle. I'm not at the end. But damn it, I'm in the middle. And while I'm in the middle, I better be somebody. And have you noticed nobody ever says anything about Braylon? You know why they do that? Because they know I'm a fucking wordsmith of a bazooka. They know I don't miss for shit. And they know pound for pound, fist for fist, and soul for soul. They can't do what I do. At this point, if you hear Braylon Lee and you're doing good and the words are all marked, I'll talk about you. I'll come through for you. But if you're doing bad, I'll come through and I'm going to talk about you. But I'm going to drag you. But either way, I'm going to talk about you. But see, I'm going to talk about you based on the principle of how you're moving. Because he or she has us in cast the first stone. And that includes me too. I've been wrong before. Braylon Lee has been wrong. I know it's so shocking to believe. But it's true. One thing I know for sure, you windmill support many women on this set of your heart in the right place. Thank you so much. You know what? Ariel, she said a comment that I'll never forget. She said, Braylon, I have watched you and you may have done some missteps, but your heart is always good and you're going to be just fine. And I never knew how me and Ariel really got along, right? But that comment did me good. I'll never forget the time where I apologized to a subscriber in a YouTube video because they were defending me during a time period where everybody was trying to figure out who was going to turn against Melody. And did I have to do that to that subscriber? No, I did not. But sometimes doing the right thing is better than you being happy because you believe it was your privilege to just do what you want to do. But sincerely, I think the biggest accomplishment that I think I've ever done on this channel is to always remember that as I'm frozen, by the way. Hey, yo, child, okay, I got a screenshot of that. I'm going to use that whenever. I'm going to use that whenever we're having technical difficulties. Just be right back. But no, but I think the biggest accomplishment on this channel is that I have went from being a novice and not knowing who I can be to being an expert at, while I may not be everybody's cup of tea, I am tea for somebody to drink. And at least if I'm serving tea, it is balanced, it's been processed, but most of all, it's been cared for. And that's saying a lot more than most, child. Yeah, I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you. Child, sometimes people can be inspirational just because that's who they are. And so with that being said, it's time for our anthem. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. From my heart, my soul, and my mind to your heart, soul, and mind, this is for you. Love y'all. Let's go.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Bray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Bray lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Bray lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to the people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be takes somebody to be an artist.
It's a nice jam, isn't it? Well, does anybody want to come up for a couple of minutes before I head out? Because that was it. That's literally all I got for y'all. Like I know that this was a bonus tour that you probably wasn't expecting, but I didn't expect to be notified by YouTube that our channel turned 12 years old today. So I guess we both got a bonus today that we didn't know we needed. But turns out bonuses can be a blessing sometimes. You know what I mean? So, but bonuses are usually positive most of the time. So. And I'm frozen again. That's just fantastic. So, yes, indeed. Okay, I'm back. So what I'll do is I'll drop the link for a good minute. And if anybody wants to come up, good. I'll give it a few minutes. And then if not, we will head on out of here. I already did the Daily Motivator for y'all. So, if you're looking for that, then just make it do what it do there. But yes, indeed. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Oh my God. I know you're lying. Y'all, we're at 9,000 views. Off of a vertical live stream that just got done 2 hours ago. Oh my Lord Jesus. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, indeed. So the link is pinned if anybody wants to come up. I'm going to turn off my camera now because we've done the whole show for an hour. Yes, we have. So link is pinned if anybody wants to come up. If not, it's all good in the neighborhood. I just really want to come on just to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Value, value, value. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Most of all, truly blessed, and blessed by each and every single one of you, without a shadow of a doubt. So it's all good in the neighborhood. Yes, indeed. So, oh, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Whew, man. Oh no, not Malaga almost breaks out in tears. Ha ha, child. That is fucking hilarious. By the way, our Mom Wiggins is live, y'all. Shout out to our Mom Wiggins. He is down there in Miami making it do what it do. Yes, indeed he is. Let's see, Braylon, initially when you started, did you basically do the same type of content? When I first got started, I did Love and Marriage Huntsville content for a while, but the first Brayley's virtual tour live was not even Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was just random stuff. I feel like some of those monumental lives were monumental for the time period that they were. But when I first got started, I think I've evolved into this. Like when you go back and watch like the early shows, like you see the Brayley virtual tour live intro, but you won't see a thumbnail, right? So I think as the show got bigger, the topics or the destinations, as we call them, they got more intense. Because I forgot to tell y'all this too. Radio's where I learned how to find my voice. Television taught me how to control my voice, and then the marketplace taught me how to diversify it. So from the world of TV, I learned how to format a show. So there'll be times where, you'll see a roadmap and be like, okay, wait, how are we gonna get from there to there? That is done on purpose, because sometimes I'll give you a positive news story, I'll give you positive destinations at the beginning, so that when we get to the middle and I go off, it's like, oh my God, Braylon, that's fucking crazy. But then, we kind of end it on a good note. But then sometimes I'll get you heated at the beginning, so that way you can be in the middle of the show and be like, oh my God, I was just so heated, but now this lovely destination Braylon talking about. So it was always talking about what people were curious about. But I think as the channel evolved, I think we got stronger based on the world is bigger than just reality TV. But also, too, in the same token, people need to know what is impacting them. That may not be everything that they need to know, but it might be something that's important to know down the line. So I hope that answers the question. And thank you for asking it. Yes, indeed. So, hey, 4 people, welcome in. We are just chillaxing. We are celebrating the fact that our channel is 12 years old. Can you believe that? Over a decade and 2 years on YouTube. Literally, this is the notification I got today. 12 years old today. So, yes, indeed. So, we're just chillaxing here. Like I said, if anybody wants to come up for a little bit, you can. If not, I understand. You probably are very comfortable wherever you are. And of course, we got questions like Yolanda Cameron does. Just ask them in the live chat. I will answer them to the best of my ability. So, yes, indeed. Oh, man. Good stuff. I should be able to bring your comments. There we go. I should be able to bring your comments on stage there. Yes, indeed. We are live on tour here, just chillaxing. Glad to have all of you here. Yes, indeed. We're just chillaxing. Like I said, if you guys got any questions for me, feel free, within reason, to ask them, okay? I don't mind answering questions. Because as soon as I get done here with you guys, I'm going to go on Clubhouse for a little bit and do the Onyx collab, which I've been doing for, almost 5 years now? Yeah, so it's been a long time. Like I said, I've been out here. Like I said, when Linda V said, oh no, you're an OG YouTuber. Like, I've seen you on many platforms. I'm like, that goes to show you never know who is watching you, child. You never know who's watching you, so. I will give it probably to maybe 120, and then we'll head on out. But yeah, definitely wanted to come on and celebrate this milestone with you guys. 12 years on YouTube, my Lord Jesus! I didn't even recognize it. Like 12 years. Now I know I've only been creating content for like 3 years, but still, like the fact that one platform can be around for 12 years is just. It's mind-blowing. Hey, 8 people, much love to you all. Thank you all for being here, 8 people. Much love. We're just here chillaxing, celebrating 12 years. 12 years. 12 years on YouTube, if you can believe that. 12 years. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Yes, indeed. So I'm very blessed to be here with each and every single one of you. So, and by the way, too, Yolanda, I feel like where we are right now is like top tier energy. Like this is the channel where this is the channel it's supposed to be. Like the destinations are very adult. Like, and I will say this, right? If there have been any kids to watch this show, because I see my analytics and I am in every demographic, especially I saw like 13, 17 year olds. First of all, you stop it. Okay. You need to be watching with your parents. This is a very adult show, but I appreciate the love, support, and the investment. Okay. Your parents probably watch me be like, you know what? He a lot, but I'm cool with him. Oh man. But yes, indeed. It is really cool to see how everybody, takes me in. Some people look at me as a nephew. Some people look at me as an uncle. Some people look at me as a brother. Some of y'all look at me as your virtual husband, because you kind of wonder like, am I really attracted to a 31-year-old with this much intelligence, this much sophistication, this much smoothness? You are. You're just not at the point of admitting out loud. That's okay. That's okay. It's no judgment over here, only love. But with that being said, some of y'all probably look at me as a young uncle, like, oh, he got unk energy. But hey, listen, okay, I'm a very refined young unk. You deserve busy traffic like on your Kenyon Moore waiting stream. That was a WW Pro show. Oh my God, can we talk about that for a minute? So listen, first of all, how that even came to be was, y'all know Kenya Moore did Revenge P on Bravo, right? And so, she posted what she posted and then she took it down. So I'm like, no, this is, and at the time we were following the Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? We were following the show. We were doing, the live after show review shows, right? So I'm like, okay, this is very complimentary to what the people are watching. So let's talk about it. So when that happened, I'm like, okay, cool. Then we thought it was going to be that thing. And then, my Lord Jesus, when it became the home, like my page, I don't know what YouTube did, but YouTube may do what it do. It became the source for Kenya Moore for that time period. And I thought Michelle ATM was going to get, but she got the day after. And somebody was misconstrued in the fact of that was I hating on Michelle ATL. I'm like, no. I thought she would be covered, not me, right? I'm just covering it because it's a part of pop culture, right? So after the fact that it was just a 1 minute preview, so many, unfortunately, I think you remember this, so many people were fucking heated. I mean, it was everybody. Even Team Twirl was heated at Kenya. I mean, good damn, they were heated. And let me tell you something. I think it was what, 300, over 300 people here. It was. I think it was over 300 people were here on our channel, and I've never had 300 people before. So I'm just like, okay, I guess we're doing this shit. Nothing to use a song from Disney. Nothing can stop us now. I don't see how we can have any trouble. Said no one ever, Mickey and Minnie. But I read every single comment. Every single comment. Actually, let me come on the big screen. every single comment. Back off camera. But I really did read every single comment because I was just so humbled by how are people finding me? Why are people finding me? Who in their right mind like took time out to find me? And yes, it was like New Year's Eve waiting for a midnight show. So many people. Damn is correct. And you know what was amazing? Because at the end of our anthem, it says anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist, right? I was literally being a maestro of pop culture that night because to not only read every comment, but also too, I was refreshing my phone at the same time to like get live updates for all of you. And I did that one Kenya Moore short, and it was one of my biggest shorts yet. I think it was like 8,900 views. I think it's still one of my highest rated shorts yet. And then when Kenya Moore, finally did the video and stuff, we watched it. We talked about it. I think we had like a 4-hour live stream, and it got heated at times because you had anti-Team Twirl and Team Twirl. But what was really refreshing about it, and I think, and when I watch content creators, in my downtime, because I do work, because I'm a fan, I love media in general. But when I watch content creators, I'm like, oh my God, some of these content creators really could use some, radio training, some TV training, because, YouTube is the new TV. And also, too, YouTube is like radio. You know what I mean? So some people are just, auditory. Some people are just visual. And so, you're able to play in both worlds. And so the amazing thing is with my hosting skills to be able to do a live panel after finally Kenya Moore saying something. There was a panelist that said, you know what, I'm going to tell people about you, because you took in everybody's perspective. You didn't down anybody. You didn't say they were this, that, and the third. You really embraced everybody. And that's how I really knew I could stand on my own. Because here's the thing. It's one thing to be known because of a TV show, right? It's one thing to be known because of a person. It's one thing to be known because of a sector. It's one thing to be known because of this, that, and third. But when you're able to stand on your own during big experiences in the culture, that's how you know you really made it. And I always knew that somehow this channel was going to be okay, regardless if anybody ever watched or not. I knew that this channel was going to be okay. Now there were days, there were nights, there were some hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, milliseconds that I was worried, because you put in this work to create something. It's like once you release it, it's like it's no longer yours. So will people actually give a fuck about it? But the blessing of YouTube is you will always find your audience, right? And I remember Anonymous C saying, I'm a fan of YouTube. I'm like, wait, Anonymous C's a fan of me? Oh my God. Show styles and spirit. I love show styles and spirit, and Sarah, Sherry G as well. And I mean, just so many people. And this is the thing too. You never know who's a fan of you too, right? Because I'm sure that there are other content creators that they may not ever come down in the chat, but they're watching the bushes and they're having a good time and they really enjoy me. I feel like how you enjoy content creator is your business, right? And how you really know if you are a fan of theirs. They don't have to say it out loud, publicly. It can be how they care about you. I remember when Anonymous T mentioned my name in a video, and she brought up the fact of, how I talked about Carlos King and the Real Screen Summit and him hosting. But also, too, how you really know if you are good on YouTube is if your name gets mentioned and how people respond when they hear your name. If your name is good when people respond, people, give your name, then you're good. And I am very proud to say within the 3 years, my name has always been good on YouTube. Always. But that's because I move like that too. You see, you got to move like that in order to have that type of reputation. 1 + 1 = 2. It's called math. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was a fun time for it. And oh my God, that stream was crazy. So that's why I always joke with my coworkers. It's like if somebody in the media industry asks, "Can you handle big moments?" Go watch my YouTube channel. Can you handle breaking news? Go watch my YouTube channel. Do you know how to talk about business? Go watch my YouTube channel. Do you know how to talk about the music industry? Go watch my YouTube channel. You know how to talk about TV? Go watch my YouTube channel. You know how to talk about the creative comic? Go watch my YouTube channel. Because I do it all. Hey, do you know how to talk about the theme park channel? Watch BFP Imagineering. Like, what the hell? You keep asking me what I do, and I can showcase to you what I do. You know what I mean? So, yes, indeed. Oh, man. Excuse me. Sorry. 3 people in the building with me. Thank y'all so much. I'll probably end at 1:35. I'm trying to make sure everybody gets a good show real quick before I head off. So, by the way, tomorrow, you guys, I may have to pull out 2 shows. I may have to pull out 2 shows because I know everybody's going to be wondering about Milagograms and Megan Thee Stallion. So we will continue covering that. We covered Diddy, we can cover Milagograms, okay? But in the same token, I talked with Florida team, not so much Phil, but apparently there are new projects happening with Epic Universe. They even said with the concept art as well. So we're going to actually talk about the concept art and talk about some of those things that it looked like could have happened, but didn't. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. We've got to figure out what time. So it was more fun waiting on your channel, reading every comment than Kenya's lag stagnation. Child, I appreciate you. Listen. I appreciate you, my friend. No, it was a fun time. It really was. And like I said, I don't think anybody that night could ever say that I did not do a good job. I just really don't think so. I really don't. Now, if you say I didn't do a good job, you're just being a fucking hater at that, because I did my shit. Okay? It's a very long live. A very long live. It's 11:11. Yes, indeed. Oh my God! Shout out to Melody. She'll read there. Hopefully, she's doing good. But yes, indeed. Oh man. Now, one thing I have not done in a long time is fell asleep on y'all. That's one thing I have not done in a long time. Is fall asleep on y'all. But yes, indeed. And you also threw those epic universe commercials while everyone waited. Cheers. Oh my God, yes. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And you know what? This is the thing too. Like, a lot of people really don't get why maybe I do what I do with the commercials, is because when brands are going through content creators, you know, You want to be able to know that you can stand on your own. So when you see Epic Universe, when you see Good Morning America, when you see Disney, when you see Sonic, those brands are gonna be like, oh, did we sponsor Braylon? It's like, no, you didn't. But you could. You have to show them that you're available, right? So if you have a dream, then you need to showcase that you're being about your dream. You know what I mean? You know what? Speaking of that, damn it. Let's roll it. Roll it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Did it go a little something like that? And you probably are like, wait a minute, is Universal Orlando sponsoring Braylon's channel? Because it's on every show. It's like, no, they have not given me a free vacation. No, they have not given me a content creator residency. No, we have not done a brand partnership, but I am available. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was fun, wasn't it? Oh my God. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But you know why I play that commercial though? Because that announcer voice, when you hear, the pre-show is, Dwayne The Rock Johnson saying, "This is for all you hardworking people every day. Take it away." And it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson basically saying, "Okay, Braylon, take it away. This show is for these people. Take it away." And then you see Good Morning America and bring joy, because that's what we do over here, is bring joy. And then you have that great announcer that at the end of that, where he says, it's new, where you find new adventures every day. And it's like, okay, we're about to take off on this new adventure. You know what I mean? So everything I do has a purpose to it. You know what I mean? So it was funny. Somebody said, you should really teach classes. I'm like, no, because honestly, to tell you the truth, there was a clip that said, why should I allow you to pick my brain when it took years for me to develop, why I developed it? That's partially true, but also too, I believe that sometimes people need a hand up. And there was a point in time when somebody had to help your ass out to get to where you are today. But in the same token of that, I'm a big believer in there's no point in giving lessons to people that may not have your energy. And that doesn't mean that they won't ever have your energy, but you also can't give more than they are not willing to give. Because let me tell you, to teach you all this, I could do it very easily. I could probably do it with a membership, to be real with you. I could probably do it, recording videos and uploading them and selling it for, maybe $15.99 or something. But in the same token, I've come to recognize that the beginning, middle, end of the day, um, what I do is priceless. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I feel like every time I go live, it really is giving you a class on what to do. I really do. Like no shits, no giggles, no hearty guffaws. Like sincere, I feel like every time I go live, it is a class on what to do. Like, how do you do a pre-show? Before it used to be like 5 commercials, but now it's down to 3. And I picked the 3 biggest ones that will be the most impactful, and then bring you into the show. That's lesson 1. Lesson 2, how you format a thumbnail. Y'all see my thumbnail, and one of my good friends said, well, you know what, you should leave the words up. I'm like, no, that's how I talk with my audience. Like, we do wordplay around here. You know what I mean? We conversate. We find the inch and make it a mile. So the thumbnail, I teach you how to do a thumbnail from what I do. Then, of course, you know how you carry yourself as a host. You know, you welcome people in. You tell them about the show that you're about to do it. You know, you reflect the chat. That's a lesson as well. You know, knowing how to throw the commercial break and come back from commercial break. That's another lesson. So I'm always teaching. You know what I mean? And that's how I truly feel about it. I remember when somebody said to me that, you know, you are a pastor. I'm like, no, I'm not. And, you know, somebody said to me one time, well, Bray, you're not going to be a, you know, minister in the church, but you are a minister, and you're ministering to people through the power of media with information. And when they said that, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? I received that. Okay. Now that I understand the context of what's your connection that you're giving me, I completely receive that. You know what I mean? So if you want lessons, I'm here every day. Sincere, I am here every single day teaching. But yes, indeed, it has been such a fun bonus time with all of you. But I do need to go ahead and do the Oscar lab so I get that done, and then give me some sleep because I got work tomorrow. But anyway, with that being said, I thank each and every single one of you. Thank you, Florian. Thank you, Yolanda Cameron, as well. Thank you, Peggy Brown. Thank you, Shonda Bar Arts, and thank you, Raiden R's as well. With that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you will always want a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself, it's another to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I is for time with you. You is for time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, rise and break together. And always remember, you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just celebrating the fact that you've been on a platform for a whole decade and you have been able to make an impact, and know that you can still do that. And you ain't got to do this, that, and the third to get attention, because you understand who you are. Not to get attention, because noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. One love, much love, all love. I feel love. It's in it right back to you. Always remember, receive love, God give, receive love, God give, receive love, God give. Wherever obstacles you come, wherever successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. No one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all listen. Woo, 12 years. You know, I think about Whitney Houston a lot, and the chapters that she was not able to have because of the circumstances that happened to her, unfortunately. And I think to myself, when everybody's complaining about life, including me, even though Whitney didn't get to experience her chapter, she gave it everything she had. So let's be all a little bit Whitney Houston and recognize that, hey, while the journey may be long, it may be teary, it may be a drag, it's a great book to be a part of, because there's some people that can't be here to finish their book. Okay. Just keep it a buck. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. One love, much love, all love. Once again, I feel the love, and send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Look at that. Look at that. Like I said, 7,000 views right now. I'll show y'all live right now. Give me a moment. And this is live right now in real time, like no joke. Here it is here. We go to live. Right there, y'all. 9,000 views. That is because of all of you. Love you, love you, love you. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.